anytime, no matter where you are.
Channels on the tube, nothing on to watch. 15-minute infomercials, a hard kick in the crotch. CNN and a Fox report, completely different news. It's the same big breaking story with insanely different views. My HD 3D TV's got me mixed up, mashed up in a quandary. Why can't I go back to one remote? I turn on, turn off, turning quickly. All this high-tech Wi-Fi's tricky. Sometimes I just pray my TV's broke. All the same, so I watch DVDs. PirateBay.com now leads the way to piracy. HBO just let me down when they canceled Deadwood. At least I still have Showtime, they have Dexter, and it's good. My HD 3D TV's got me mixed up, mashed up in a quandary. Why can't I go back to one remote? I turn on, turn off, turning quickly. All this high-tech Wi-Fi's tricky. Sometimes I just pray my TV's broke.
There's a faded glow along a great river road in a worn down farmhouse hanging on a broke down porch, looking over my head, miles and miles. Walk along heavy silhouetted by crescent moon. When the sun starts rising, hitting 90 before the clock strikes noon. Don't you know the days and nights, dreams drift slowly by. Another delta dawn brings hope worth waiting on. Man river flow, there's snow white cotton fields of Arkansas, yeah. There's a long black train running on a southbound track. That distant winds are blowing when it calls you back to that heart. it, old man river flow. There's the snow-white cotton fields of Arkansas, yeah. Watch it, old man river flow. There's the snow-white cotton fields of Arkansas. Man river flow. There's snow-white cotton fields of Arkansas. Hey, yeah, yeah. Watch it, old man river flow. There's a snow-white cotton field. Watch it, old man river flow. Snow-white cotton fields of Arkansas.
Hey, Tiki Man Radio listeners. This is Marty Nickel coming to you from my beach shack. And I love listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. on the internet at Tiki Man Radio. We're live on YouTube at Tiki Man Radio. Got a confession? A song request? All you gotta do is let them know.
Jesus, someone to hear your prayers, someone who cares. Your own personal Jesus, someone to hear your prayers, someone who's there. Feeling unknown and you're all alone, flesh and bone by the telephone. Lift up the receiver, I'll make you a believer. Take second best, put me to the test. Things on your chest, you need to confess. I will deliver, you know I'm a forgiver. Reach out and touch faith. Reach out and touch faith. Your own personal Jesus. Someone to hear your prayers, someone who cares. Your own personal Jesus, someone to hear your prayers, someone to care. Feeling unknown and you're all alone, flesh and bone by the telephone. Lift up the receiver, I'll make you a believer. I will deliver, you know I'm a forgiver. Reach out and touch faith. Reach out and touch faith. Reach out and touch faith. reach out and touch thee.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight tonight. We are traveling at 34,000 feet at approximately 420 knots. Those on the left side of the aircraft, I'd like you to take a look out your window. We're passing over Key West, and I'd like to point out Beechy Shell Studios. You're in luck tonight, as our in-flight entertainment will be Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle, so sit back, relax, leave the flying to me, and enjoy B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio. Oh, and I'd like to suggest downloading the free app, so when we do get to our final destination, you can listen to everything on Tiki Man Radio. Enjoy your flight, enjoy the in-flight entertainment, and thank you for flying Tiki Man Radio Airlines.
I love this town. This is pretty cool. Thanks. Down to the Banana Republic, down to the tropical sun, go the expatriated Americans, hoping to find some fun. Some of them go for the sailing, calling the lure of the sea, trying to find what is ailing, living in the land of the free. Some of them are running from lovers, leaving no forward address. Some of them are running tons of ganja, some are running from the IRS. But late at night you will find them in the cheap hotels and bars, and they'll be hustling the senoritas while they dance beneath the stars, spending those renegade pesos on a bottle of rum and a lime, singing, give me some words I can dance to, or a melody divine. First you learn the native custom, soon a word of Spanish or two, and you know that you cannot trust them because they know they can't trust you. Expatriated Americans, feeling so all alone, telling themselves the same lies that they told themselves back home. Down to the Banana Republic, things are not always as warm as they seem when none of the natives are buy any second-hand American dreams. Still, late at night you will find them in the cheap hotels and bars, and they'll be hustling the senorita while they dance beneath the stars, spending those renegade pesos on a bottle of rum and a lime, singing give me some words I can dance to, or a melody that rhymes. Down to the banana republics, down to the tropical sun, go the expatriated America. Tonight we sure had some fun. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. Good night. Adios. Hasta luego.
Coming to you live from the Beechy Shell Studio in Key West, Florida. You're listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle.
Coming to you live from the Beechy Shell Studios here at the Beechy Shell Hideaway in Key West, Florida. B-Man and Michelle. I see she's getting ready over here. There's me right there. There's Michelle getting to the table. And let me see who else we got. We got Ray and Harriet getting to the table here. Let me get some mics on. All right.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
There they are, everybody.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Fantastic. Let me get some mic checks on you. Let me hear you there, Ray.
Happy Friday.
Perfect. How about you there, Sweet Harriet?
Hello, hello, hello.
All right. And Michelle.
Hello.
All right. Everybody's sounding good tonight. Who's tired?
You too.
Who's tired?
Not him.
I am.
Raise your hands. Good God. I'm pooped. It's been a busy week. We've had a lot of stuff going on. Let's say hi to everybody who is tuned in tonight. So a lot of people. We got Callie McCool all the way out in California. He says TGIF. Bethany Haight says, yay, happy Friday and looking forward to a fun night. Yes, Bob Bitchin is on. Hola, everyone.
Hola.
He says hola. Hola. Donna Cummings are on their way to Coyote Woods. Good seeing you on here tonight with us. Michelle Myers, the ambassador of all good things. Good evening to you and Tim. Let me see. Have I missed anybody so far? I'm sure. I'm sure Danny and Heather will be on at some point. If you're listening in, say something to me. I want to know who's on there with us. All right, I got a big Yahoo right here.
Yahoo.
Yahoo!
Junction.
Tim and Michelle, 1L Michelle, the ambassador of all good things, and Tim the bodyguard. She goes, Yahoo, we close today on our Panama City home.
Awesome.
Said that we're here. Said we are here now, spending the weekend, getting things hooked up and turned on. You can talk about it, but don't show the pics.
Okay.
They're in their underwear.
That's the way to do it.
I'm kidding, Michelle. I had to mess
If you
with
got to wear something, I guess that's enough.
If you're not having laundry hooked up yet, don't dirty any clothes.
So someone says they hear an echo. Do you hear an echo?
What?
Is there an echo?
What?
I hope not.
Not.
Michelle says she doesn't hear an echo. Why is there an echo? I don't know. It might be on your end. Anybody else hearing an echo? So let me know. It's good seeing and hearing everybody out in there, and I appreciate you being a part of the show. We've had a busy week here. Since you guys have been in town, we've done all kinds of crazy things. And I'll tell you what, I was out. Last night I was down.
It was just really hot outside, and it wiped us out.
Well, the weather's hot. We went plogging this morning, and yes.
It was extremely hot early, so.
Yeah.
You guys were tired yesterday.
Yes.
Oh my God! Yeah, we got up. What time? I got up at 6:40 this morning because we're going to walk over to where we were plogging.
And we did.
And man, I was dragging.
Did you get up early yesterday, or?
Michelle, you got to speak a little louder there, girl.
That's as loud as I talk. Were you up early yesterday as well? Why were you so tired yesterday?
Because the night before,
because we stayed up late. Okay.
Made us stay up until 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we were up until 2 something in the morning.
Finishing up Landman.
Landman. Because you guys,
we'll say that.
was it worth it though?
Yes,
Yes.
That was a good show.
it was a good
That,
show.
that is a really good series. I really like Landman. So, well, I take it no one's hearing any of their echoes. So, Donna, it might be you. I'm sorry. Donna says, "Hey, Ray and Harriet."
Hello,
So-
Donna.
Hello, Donna.
And I'm trying to think what else is. We've got.
Full bellies. That might be making us sleepy.
Well, you got in last Friday,
Right.
and then
Show.
Saturday we got up and we went for a big walk. And I mean, we're fitting in so much stuff while you're here. What we can, you know.
Well, we went for dinner last night, and we met some of our winter friends that actually have a place up the Keys a little bit. We met, had dinner with them and their grandsons, which was nice to reconnect.
Yeah,
So-
that was a lot of fun. Teresa Arnold is on. How you doing, Teresa, darling? Good seeing you out there and hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Teresa Arnold is the bass player for the Tim Campbell Band.
Cool.
Yes, so I love when she gets on there and hangs out with us. So yeah, we did that last night. I mean, it's just been, and then food. Oh my God, we've been eating like crazy. You made a killer dish tonight.
We're eating like crazy and we're all losing weight.
Well, Michelle is at least.
I didn't lose it. I just can't find it.
Let's see. Donna says it stopped. It was a Bluetooth and Bob's stupid Android in truck. All right. All right. Let's blame it on Bob. It's all your fault, Bob.
I get that problem at home sometimes, and I got to shut off Bluetooth from 2 devices because it's trying to connect. It's crazy.
Damn it. It's all your fault, Bob. Turn that damn thing off. So tell everybody what you made because it was really good.
Spicy meatloaf
Spicy meatloaf.
and shepherd's pie.
You made shepherd's pie.
And that dates peanut butter chocolate with sea salt dish.
That was really good. That was something different. Tell everybody about that. Briefly on what it is.
We went to Myrtle Beach Bike Week with a bunch of our friends. The guys trailered down our motorcycles, and we learned from a friend, and they just described it to me, and I knew I could make it. Take some medjool dates, put it on parchment paper in a pan, spread on some really good peanut butter and some dark chocolate, put on some sea salt, and freeze it, and then cut it up and eat it.
It's really good.
Nom, 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 nom.
It is. It was really good. Tiki Man's on. Happy Friday to you there, Tiki Man.
Hey, Danny Lynn.
So, yeah, it was really good. And then you made that meatloaf. That was really good. And
Well,
then
tonight she made the shepherd's pie, but I convinced her a while back to season the hamburg with taco seasoning, so it gives it a little twist.
But they didn't have any, so I looked through the spice drawer, and we made it with everything you had on hand.
Yes. Yeah, Danny, it was really good. He goes, shepherd pie is his favorite. And this was a unique tasting shepherd's pie. That was very, very different.
Yeah, with taco
with
seasoning.
the taco seasoning.
Taco-ish seasoning.
Taco
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yes.
It
Homemade
wasn't
seasoning.
overpowering.
Yeah, of course,
No.
Michelle and I throw a little garlic and some
And
cheese
we convinced
in
her
there.
to put some cheese on.
Yes.
Cheese me,
I know it's
baby.
unconventional. But
That's fine. Now I may expand to Hatch green chili powder as a flavor. Would be yummy.
Slight, yeah, a little bit.
So, the last few days, you guys saw this the other day on A-Tip. What show was that on?
Georgie and Mandy's first
Georgie and
wedding.
Mandy. Yeah, we've been watching a lot of TV late in the evening, kind of just hanging out, doing nothing, and which is kind of smart because
Lots of good conversation about it. Yeah, it's too hot to be outside.
So they're watching this Georgia Mandy thing, and her brother was going around collecting all these sounds around the house. And then
Fancies himself a musician, but so he gets his sounds. He's like, I don't need a drummer. I got a dishwasher.
Yes.
Nice.
yeah, so I mean, I wasn't paying much attention. I was doing something else. And then you're going around the house for the last couple of days grabbing sounds of Ray coughing and the cat meowing and the washer doing this and the dryer doing that.
Michelle cleaning the litter box.
Yes, Michelle cleaning the litter box. And
The fans, different fans.
so she's been sending me all this stuff all week, and I've been putting it in a folder.
Cobbling it together, and it
And I
sounded
have
kind of
no
cool.
clue what
an
she wants to
airplane.
do
We
with
got
it.
an airplane going
Got an
overhead.
airplane in there. We're trying to get the dog next door barking.
Yes.
Yes, we're gonna get
we'll
Spike
get
at
it.
some point to throw in there.
And then maybe somebody grunting in the bathroom. I don't
We
know.
thought we'd get like a toilet flush and a few other, just some funny sounds and everything. But so you had me doing that today,
That was fun.
and it actually come out. I was like, this is kind of turning out a little different because I have no clue what's in that head of yours on how you want
The
all
sounds
this.
of the Beechy Shell Hideaway.
And there's Wheelie.
Yeah.
Really?
So
Willie makes an appearance.
I was doing that this afternoon, and then as I'm getting ready for the show, I'm like, oh, crap. I forgot to load everything up on YouTube like I'm supposed to, and I'm scrambling at the last 20 minutes.
I thought you were
before the-
finished.
Oh, I thought I was too, but we've been doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and it's just been...
And we're getting our morning walks in, so that's still good.
Yes. What are we doing tomorrow?
Oh, I'm getting part of my claws done.
That's
I'm-
right.
Nail teeny.
All right, Donna, if you're watching us on YouTube, Willie is at the mic.
Shy now.
So she loves Willie. So, yep, there she goes. Willie! Willie! He's like, I'm having none of this. No paparazzi. So we're going to Nail Teeny tomorrow, and then down to the Pint tomorrow because
We'll go down and see Tad and Lindsay.
Who, I got to say this, I don't think I did last week because there's so much going on. The Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 522 Front Street, right here downtown Key West, are the official camera sponsors for Coastal Confession with B-Man and Michelle. If you're in town, go down 522 Front Street. Check out all their beers on tap. 18 of them. How many did I say? 18 beers on tap. Really good stuff.
That's a lot for a guy that's tapping his own.
He's making his own stuff there.
That's a lot of beers.
He
it really is.
Constantly in there. So, some really good beer tasting down there. Hey, before I forget, I know I play the commercial, but he just told me yesterday, and I haven't had time to fix the commercial, which we'll see what happens there. Happy hour, or not happy hour, but locals and military, instead of getting 10% off, are now getting 25% off for the summer.
Very generous.
And he said indefinitely, so we'll see what happens. So Donna says, Willie, sing for us. Sing for us. Maybe we get him back up here in just a little bit. But, 18 beers on tap. So we're going to go down there and see them sometime tomorrow in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And hang out with Tad. Tad was like, I've got some really important things we need to discuss. So we'll find out what that's all about. I think that's pretty cool. He's always got something going on.
Something brewing.
Something.
He's always got something brewing.
God, where is my thingy here? I'm a little slow tonight, everybody. So got to bear with me. I'm a little bit wiped out because of...
Wow.
There we go. With everything that we've been doing. And... I think I'm going to sleep good tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So, Danny Lynn, see my shirt.
That's right, Danny Lynn. Swing over just a little bit more this towards me. There we go.
There you go, buddy.
All right, Ray is wearing the Tiki Man. Michelle asked me a question. I didn't have the answer. She wanted to know about the new T-shirts.
Oh.
What's the status with that? Because she's wanting to buy some, and we've had other people asking.
My physical therapist was asking because I was wearing the tank top the other day. But I've also worn, the regular short sleeve before. And she's like, I want one of those radio shirts.
Yes, so we do want to get some shirts. And I'm glad you're wearing yours tonight.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the Southernmost Pint Brewpub right there, 522 Front Street. They are the camera sponsors, and we appreciate them. I'm hoping we can get them to be sponsors for the Songwriter Showcase, which, if you have not heard the big news... This year, joining B-Man and Michelle on stage on Friday, I believe we're at the 1 o'clock time frame, is Sweet Harriet. Yay, Sweet Harriet. Sweet, she'll be joining us on stage, and we're looking forward to that. So, did you send your bio to Michelle Myers?
I rewrote it today.
Okay.
I'm going to take another look at it with fresh eyes before I send it.
Okay. Well, Michelle will take very good care of you. Mm-hmm. And if you've got any risque photos, please send to her so we can put out there.
Well, maybe we should review them first.
I'm happy to do that. So she says she can't comment much, but she's currently putting a queen-size bed platform together.
Ah.
So just make sure you have our RV pad ready to go. I appreciate you having the 35 or 50 amp out there. At some point in the near future, I'm sure Danny will get the memo to put a 30 amp.
Water, sewer is a plus.
There you go. There you go. So, yes, we're going to have a fun time this year with Sweet Harriet joining us on stage. The Songwriter Showcase, I've been putting together this really cool advertisement, and I'll probably get that out sometime next week. I've been tweaking some last-minute things on it, so I want to make sure I have it right when it goes out. So we got that. Michelle, what have you been up to over there?
I've been showing them various Star Trek things.
Star Trek, there you go. So you all know that Michelle will take care of them and the Star Trek stuff. So
Complicated stories.
Not really. If you've been
Well,
watching
there's
them,
several offshoots that I've
if
never
you've been
heard
watching,
of.
if you've been watching them since you were, 3.
Sporadically, though.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
Kelly-
watching Star Trek the musical this afternoon. That was kind of different.
The
Well, they were
musical.
all singing.
Oh, it was
yeah.
Subspace Rhapsody,
Oh.
episode 7 or 8 in Strange New Worlds.
Yes.
To me, it was a musical.
Hey, what's everybody drinking out there tonight? I want to know what you're drinking and what kind of fun we're getting into. Callie McCool says, I'm back. Remind me not to clean my browser cookies in the middle of a show. Callie, public service announcement. Do not
Clean your browser cookies.
clean your browser cookies in the middle of a show. That's not good.
Really singing?
Oh, Donna says she loves the new spacesuit can cooler. Tell them about that.
Yes, last week. Yeah,
Oh, hang on, let me get it.
I think. Where
This is so.
Oh, he posted.
This
it.
is so cool. Look at this.
This week.
Yeah.
This I'll give you.
2 days ago. I
2
think.
days
Yeah.
ago, Michelle bought this for me.
Quiet Storm, believe it or not.
It's a cute little koozie here. I think I can even put like a little bottle opener here in the back.
Yeah, a little backpack for something.
Cheap bastards. They should have put one in there already. So there it is, sitting right there. So very cool. So I appreciate Michelle doing that. Donna Cummings drinking Prosecco. I said it wrong. And Callie says the Star Trek musical was out of this world.
Well, there is a musical.
Get it? Out
but,
of
but,
this world.
But Ray was talking about the Subspace Rhapsody episode.
Wow.
we were watching.
It was a good one. I will say it was pretty cool.
I've
so.
got him back on the pilot for the original series.
Oh yeah. I'm watching the original series with
Captain Pike.
Captain Christopher Pike. La da da da. Yep.
So is Leonard Nimoy the longest active
Cast member?
participant in all these?
I would say yes. Also, the female, but she didn't continue as long because he still was doing
She
it.
changed characters.
Well, she changed characters, but then she was not in the later series where Spock continued to be even in like.
I just watched our numbers drop from 27 to 1.
The later ones. I'm trying to think how far they went.
I don't know, Michelle.
Definitely Next Generation.
I don't know. I mean, it's like just you'll watch this stuff, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of cool and everything, but it's neat, it's different, but I don't really soak it up like you do.
Although you've watched as many of the series as
Well, I
as
have because you're watching it on TV, and I'm.
Well,
sitting
we watched
here.
like 4 or 5 new series in the last 2 years.
We
probably.
did. Callie McCool says it harua. Harua.
Hurrah.
A harua.
Hurrah.
Yeah. All right, Callie, what are you drinking? You haven't said anything yet, man. What are you drinking? What else is happening out there? So we've got. So you saw the neighbor yesterday in her undies?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
And?
Any of the shufflers tuned in?
Everything I do is a surprise, even to me.
She went in quickly, and I'm glad because I don't need to see that. I have the best right here. I mean, you know that. You know.
You had to say that because she's. People on camera can't see that little knife she's got slowly poking.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, I'm kidding.
These daggers are not long at all. I was trying
Oh,
to
my
change the
God.
subject.
Change the subject.
Hey, I just want to make something clear. You know, poop jokes, I don't care for them, but they come in a solid number 2.
Folks, this is what it's been like all week here with these jokes. You
The
know,
dad jokes.
and I can't even, like, what was that one I just said earlier to you? And you're like, oh, yeah, I know that
Her
one.
pet termite.
Yeah.
They feed him wood. His
No,
name is Clint Eatswood.
Clint Eatswood. Yeah, I was like, all right, I'll shut up. I'm not even going to try anymore. Your jokes are...
You asked me if it was in my wheelhouse. I said it lives there.
All right, Callie says LaCroix and Ukrainian vodka.
Ukrainian.
Ooh,
Vodka.
yeah, vodka, comrade. All right. Teresa Arnold, she goes, I'm up to the VFW. I promise I would show up for the karaoke night. To answer your question, we'll probably be drinking bourbon there. Well, you know what? You're number one in my book. Hope you have a good time. We did karaoke at Bobby's Monkey Bar.
Yes, we did.
This past week. What was that, Monday?
Sunday.
Sunday. It was your anniversary.
Yes.
So you guys hit 34 years.
Yep.
And we went out to a really cool dinner over at Salute. And then afterwards, we went to Louie's backyard and sat there on the after deck and had
That
a
was
drink
really
and
nice.
just kind of
Gorgeous
chilled out.
breeze. Mhm.
And then after that, Michelle and I took you over to
Bobby's Monkey Bar.
Bobby's Monkey Bar,
Bar.
and we had a little fun doing some karaoke. And
They all did, but I didn't.
so, and then the interesting point: a lot of people don't know that the singer, and I can't think of his name, and I was going to Google it for the show and I forgot. The guy who sings "If You're Down there on the Bottom,"
You see a painted sign.
there you go. That guy lives here in Key West, and he goes to Bobby's Monkey Bar
The B-52s.
all the time from the B-52s guys. Yes, and Donna says yes. We talked about that place last week, and so that was a lot of fun. We had fun in there, and of course he wasn't there. I heard the B-52s are going back out on the road, maybe like a farewell tour,
That would be cool.
something like that. I don't know. I just read something briefly and didn't think twice about it until we went to
Well, fun
Bobby's
for
Monkey
them, though.
Bar. Yeah,
Great.
and then the year after that, they'll do another farewell tour,
Oh,
like the
yeah.
Rolling Stones have done 1,700 times.
17 more, yeah.
He wants to know, were the drag queens there, Donna asks. No, I don't see any drag queens. Did you?
Not on Sunday.
No,
No.
I didn't see any of that. So, it was kind of tame in there that night.
It was busy.
Yeah, it was
The
busy.
bartender sang. The DJ handed her the mic. She was mixing drinks in one hand and singing in the other.
Yeah, no, she was going crazy. She was like, mixing drinks. And
I think it's Fred Schneider.
Fred Schneider, that sounds right. Fred.
Fred Schneider, and then there's Keith Strickland, but he's guitars, keyboards, programming, bass,
Actually, I think
backing vocals.
I think
So
he was
lead-
the founder of the B-52s,
so
if I'm not
Lead
mistaken.
vocals is Fred Schneider.
Yeah, the guitar player is the founder of the B-52s. I just read something quick on that yesterday, I think it was. Yesterday or today, that he was the founder of the B-52s. And, of course, the other guy you mentioned, Fred, is, if you say you pay that sign. It's like, hey, that guy's cool.
I got to see the Mana guy a couple
yes,
times.
the guy who wrote Mana for Sesame Street lives right around the corner from us.
Italian composer. Mana.
Mana.
That's him.
I loved that song when I was a kid. So, all right, let's get to some music. We're going to come back with some more shenanigans, some more crazy stuff, talk about what else we got going on this week. I hope you guys are having fun with us. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Friday show. A quick public service announcement. We are not going to have the show next Friday. It's July 4th. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be out having a good time. We're not plugging, and we're not doing the radio. So we're going to be doing our thing. Michelle and I are actually on a boat. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with that. But in the meantime, we went to the chart room this week.
Yes.
And how much fun was that?
That was fun. It was busy.
Popcorn, peanuts, and a hot
Well,
dog.
we got there at a good time.
Hot dog is probably from 2 years ago when we were down, but that's
Change them
okay.
every day.
I think that hot dog stuck with me almost the last 3 days. I felt kind of like,
You didn't feel well.
I just kind of like, ugh, I just.
No, we got in there and it was perfect. 4 seats at the bar, and then it
Filled up.
filled up quickly, and then people were walking away. It was so full,
Yeah, it was crazy.
but it got loud.
But we did meet somebody the other day at Hemingway's Social Club
Yes, we did.
who said they actually did a hot dog martini,
Bartender.
Hot dog juice, right.
hot dog
We
juice,
talked about doing that, like a dirty martini.
and they rimmed it with mustard. That just
The
when he
bartender
said
was
that,
out with his friends, and they had been drinking.
I was starting to feel better.
Who's the one? Well,
And
yeah.
then when he said that, I'm just like, oh
You
man,
thought
I
about
can
it.
taste those hot dogs.
Who's the one
again.
that told us that they had been carrying it? Did a onesie pub tour?
That was Kelly, who
the
works
other
there,
bartender.
and said her husband carried them damn hot dogs around all day.
I don't know if it was her husband or somebody else. I didn't think it was her
All
And
day
said when
and
they
all
got to the
night.
chart room, they decided to throw them in the
threw
thing.
'em
I'm
in.
like,
Throw them in
Yeah.
the till.
my God.
That's disgusting.
I did not need to know that. I don't know if I ever have a hot dog there again. So, Callie McCool says, enjoying Friday with Coast Confessions on Tiki Man Radio, the perfect primer for our upcoming trip to Mexico. Well, I'm glad we could prime you and get you ready for the show. Hey, we got a little bit of chart room revolution. Jimmy Perry, she's going to talk all about chart room, sing about it here at Key West. B-Man Michelle's Coastal Confessions right here on Tiki Man Radio. Hope you guys are having a good time tonight. I know we are. Uncle Jimmy Parrish, everybody.
Beechy, why don't you come meet me at the beer house on Saturday night? There's a bar down below where we all love to go, and we don't have to be too polite. Usually leaning on things with no meaning, we accomplish nothing at all. Chart Room Revolution is a household institution from Key West to the Prion Lake Mall. Well, we strolled into Key West, just like all the rest, planning to bar hop all day. But we got to thinking, after decades of drinking, there were some things we needed to say. So we all made a pact, time to clean up our act, find a new bar we could call home. We all got together, drafted a letter to this day is written in stone. Now the Chart Room Revolution was a damn good solution. Just drinking beer way before noon. That was shot down on our first day in town when we passed Captain Tony's saloon. Now we're a club with no intention, but I failed to mention how much we love having a ball. Strolling through town with a cup full of Crown, just a block from the end of Duval. Oh, Vinny Beechy, why don't you come meet me at the beer house on Saturday night? There's a bar down below where we all love to go, and we don't have to be too polite. Usually leaning on things with no meaning, we accomplish nothing at all. Chart Room Revolution is a household institution from Key West to the Prion Lake Mall. Particular evening, we all got to grieving, cause the Chart Room had served its last beer. We sat on the seawall and drank too much Fireball, looking back on all the good years. Now the thing about a Cajun who's gracefully aging, each day we seem to grow stronger. We'll see you next year, same time and same place. We came, we saw, and we conquered. Vinny Beechy, why don't you come meet me at the beer house on Saturday night? There's a bar down below where we all love to go, and we don't have to be too polite. Usually leaning on things with no meaning, we accomplish nothing at all. The Chart Room Revolution is a household institution from Key West to the Prion Lake Mall. We'll meet at the Banyan for the yearly reunion. We came, we saw, and we conquered.
Looking for the ultimate craft beer experience in Key West? Head to the Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 522 Front Street in downtown Key West. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., it's your must-stop spot for 18 handcrafted beers on tap. Available in 4, 12, and 16 ounces. Not sure which beer to choose? Try their flights of 4-ounce beers and find your favorite. The Southernmost Pint Brewpub also offers wine, cider, seltzers, and refreshing non-alcoholic drink options. And the food? Oh yeah! Dig into their Scotch eggs, German potato pancakes, Thai peanut noodles, chili cheese fries, and so much more. Every bite's a flavor adventure. Happy hour runs daily from 4 to 6 p.m. with 25% off drinks and discounted snacks. Want to enjoy that wonderful Key West tropical attitude? Then enjoy their giant outdoor seating area with fun games and comfortable seating. After dark, enjoy their giant projector and building-sized screen and watch your favorite sports event and entertaining films. Planning event? Book their space for free. At Southernmost Pint Brewpub, every pint tells a story. Yours could be next. That's Blast Beer Company, Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 522 Front Street here in Key West. Open daily 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Blast Beer Company, around since 1992, making beer one barrel at a time.
You know, here at Tiki Man Radio, we always encourage you to get out of your comfort zone. Try something different. Be bold, and no matter what you do. Let me tell you about the official rum company of Tiki Man Radio. Reef Rum is American-made with an offbeat blend, sweet and smoky for the wise and the rebel. It was created for bohemians and connoisseurs who tire of the same old thing. It's an eccentric blend of natural banana, orange, and coconut, balanced with a touch of smoky flavor. To find out where you can find Reef Rum, visit reefrum.com. That's REIFRUM.com. If you're looking to step out of your comfort zone, then Reef Rum is where you need to be. When you go to reefrum.com, make sure you use the code word Tiki Man to get free shipping on your first order. Reef Rum, the official rum of Tiki Man Radio. Smooth, smoky. It's time to get out of your comfort zone with Reef Rum.
Coming to you live from Beechy Shell Hideaway Studio in Key West, Florida. You're listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle. Now, back to the show.
It's another beautiful day here on the island. B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions coming to you live from the Beechy Shell Studios here at the Beechy Shell Hideaway in Key West, Florida. We've got Ray and Harriet joining us tonight. They're all bouncing around. Let me see. Harriet went outside. Let me get Ray on the picture there. Yeah.
She went outside and she said it is extremely hot out still.
It is. You know what? Today was so humid at plogging.
Yes.
I mean, the sweat was just ringing down.
His shirt was soaked from, whatever to whatever.
Oh, my God. It was
and it wasn't bright and sunny. It was overcast.
It was overcast.
It was just that humid.
It was so humid, and we ended up walking over to Nailtini afterwards, which we weren't far from.
Right.
And just walking in there in that air conditioning, I'm like, oh, my God, I needed that.
Or walking by some of the storefronts that were open that had ice cubes running for AC, it felt kind of good.
God, it was miserable today. And since we got back from plogging, we've been at the house all day.
We've done a lot of nothing.
Nothing.
Well, you prep for the show, which we know that.
I pretty much had a lot of it already taken care of. I just had a few things, and then, of course, I forgot to get the YouTube together. I'm like, oh, crap, 10 minutes before the show, I'm like hitting buttons and cutting and pasting and stuff.
No, we've been doing a few things off and on, and nothing crazy. Out to eat a few times and maybe a drink or two here or there, and then come back and hang out and socialize. We're coming back this fall, so we're not worried about trying to hit every hot spot that we like and stuff.
Well, it was funny. We played cards the other night.
Yes.
And Michelle was not a game player.
But
she whips our ass every time. Last time we played this card game, who won?
Michelle.
And then we play again this past week, and who won?
Michelle.
And, she just humors us to play cards. It's like,
right.
I have to kind of like, honey, if you play cards with us, I'll do whatever you want me to do. Within reason.
Wait till Ray and Harriet are asleep.
And I'm usually passed out probably before you guys go to sleep. But the way it's been this week. So how hot was it out there, Harriet?
It was so hot.
Get on that mic.
It was so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Listeners want to know.
This is a family show.
It was hot out there. Hey, before
if there was an outdoor shower there, I would have been under it.
There is an outdoor shower.
There is an outdoor shower out there.
I know.
So
there wasn't a show to do.
So Michelle Myers, she made a comment. She goes, I can't even understand the food concoction you mentioned. So I can't remember if she's been to the chart room or no.
You talking about the chart room, or are you talking about the shepherd's pie, or this?
No, I think we were talking.
She said concoction, right?
Well, I think she's talking about
I thought you said
The
connection.
hot dog shot. The hot dog with mustard rimmed.
hot dog. Yeah.
Hot dog water.
So yes, they have. So when you go to the chart room, you got popcorn. It's fresh.
Sure, it is.
Big old barrel of peanuts, which you ate. I didn't have any. Were they good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those are fresh. And then they have a crock pot full of hot dogs.
With condiments.
And they're not good hot dogs. I mean, they're not like a good Sconlin with the natural casing.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
They're hot dogs.
Yeah, I know.
They're in water. They're
And
not
they're-
on like the roller thing.
And they're all hot dogs. You know what they are.
So yeah, the hot dogs are there, and look, I've partaked in the hot dogs. You
It's not a
walk in-
brat. It's not anything fancy. It's a hot dog.
It's a hot
like you'd
dog.
get in school lunch or something.
They're free, so you know they ain't paying a
like
lot
the
for
ones
them.
you get at the ballpark. Get your hot dogs here. And
Ball Frank.
let me see. So she goes, we've been there before, just don't remember your concoction. The concoction.
No, they don't have that there. But somebody had, whoever was the bartender at the time, make one, which
Yes.
is basically a dirty martini.
A dirty martini with
Instead of olive juice, you use hot dog juice.
hot dog water.
And instead of any kind of other rim, you don't have any rim on a dirty martini, but they used mustard.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
we have always proposed that instead of having like blue cheese with olives or something, you should have little slices of hot
Slice
dog
of
on
hot dogs on a toothpick.
skewer.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of martini is almost like doing a bar mat shot. That's just not right. It's not right. Seriously.
So we've always talked about it, and I know they've done stuff in the past, but the bartender we're talking to over at Hemingway's
Social club.
He's
Hello.
like, hey, we were one of them guys one time. I guess a group of them went in there, and they all asked for the hot dog water martini, and
seemed like a good idea at the time.
I thought he said him and his friends made it up.
Yeah.
Because he's a bartender and they were trying to make stuff
Well,
up.
he wasn't working there, though.
No.
He asked the
find
bartender to make it
hard-
for him.
because
I
he's
find
a-
it hard
yeah.
to believe that he is the only one in the history of the chart room, for as many years they've been serving a hot dog, that he's the first one to say, hey, let's do that.
Seems
Might
like a
not
good
be,
idea.
But it was definitely his first
'Cause
time.
we've talked about it many times.
No, we've never done it.
No.
And the bartender may not have done it for us.
No. Well, Tammy Renee, when she worked there, probably would have said, yeah, let's try it. That's what, Tammy was that way. But we used to do potlucks in there. We used to bring food in there and stuff, and then, then
The hotel shut us down.
hotel shut us down. They're like, you can't be doing that. No way.
No outside food coming in.
Yeah,
blah, blah.
yeah.
Health
It's kind
department's
of like,
coming in.
something? No soup for you!
no soup for you. So we had to stop doing that. So Michelle says, oh, yuck. That sounds so gross. Well, I don't know. If you have a few in you, I guess it wouldn't matter. So, I don't know. I've had some crazy stuff in my life. I drank out of a woman's shoe once. It's called the Order of the Shoe.
Oh.
Well, they do belly button shots.
Well, I
Most women have
guess.
pretty clean belly buttons.
Huh?
I said most women have pretty clean
I hope so.
your belly button every day.
Well, I never knew what the Order of the Shoe was, and I'm at one of these fancy military.
Dining in.
It was the Order of the Sword for one of the generals that we went to. An Order of the Sword, we all enlisted, he gets a sword, and because of his leadership and everything. And, of course, hanging out with all the chiefs and everything at the end of the night, and we're all drinking, hey, woo, having a great time. And they're like, let's do the Order of the Shoe. And I'm like, what's the Order of the Shoe? And they're like, here, you got to drink out of we get some music in the background there for us. So it's one of these things where, you get one of the ladies' shoes there and pour a little bit of champagne in there. We pass the shoe around and we drink out of it.
Okay.
So it's one of those things, and it was a big deal.
Customs and traditions.
In the military, everybody. All right, enough of that music, so.
It's not like the German beer boot, right?
Yeah.
This is a woman's shoe.
Well, I always thought it was funny because I remember when I first met Michelle, she was talking about, you got to watch the bubble. And I'm like, yeah.
Not for the shoe. That's on an actual.
I lived in Germany. I know about the bubble in that shoe. And
The yard. Actually, that's more of a British thing than German.
It burps back at you. We get to that one point.
Oh, yeah.
Correct?
Then you got like a sea of beer hitting you in the face. But,
and then
when we used to go to
the Golden Bee.
The Golden Bee, and they'd get the yard thingy there, and Michelle would always say, you got to watch out for the bubble. And I'm like, I think I got this. Although I got a cup here that you have to find where the special hole is to be able to drink out of the cup without it spilling on you. And it's covered in holes. But you got to figure out how to drink out of that, because when you tip it and start drinking, beer's coming out of them holes.
Oh.
But there is a way to drink out of that without beer coming out of the holes.
You block one and it causes a...
They make all kinds of strange things. Somebody had a cover on their can today that was kind of different.
I forgot about that.
It's a G-rated show here, Ray.
Sometimes.
I'm just saying.
Well, it was funny because, I go to get my can out of there to mix my drink, and I'm like, what the hell?
One of our godsons started that.
Yeah, a godson, so it's good.
Corey.
It's funny.
Yes, it was a funny topper.
Yeah, exactly. It kept it fresh.
It was a nice color, too.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
I'll say nothing else about that. Let me see.
Please save your questions until I'm through.
Because I know everybody's wanting to know what it was, and I'm not saying. So. Anyway, so we're going downtown tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm not getting up early.
We're not staying up late.
No. Well, I say that, but I'm not getting up early. I'm not getting up early. I know that for a fact. Because today, oh man, I don't know how I made it out that door. I just remember the alarm going off, and Michelle's like, "Oh, time to get up." I'm like, "Shut up."
Well, we went. It was good to see everybody, and we were awarded another coin for our dedication, I guess, and very much appreciate it. It was nice to see everybody again, and all the welcome hugs and handshakes.
And the fancy trailer.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, this is the first time you've gotten to see, I mean, you guys were there with us from the beginning of Plogging. Mm-hmm. And, we were a ragtag group of people out there, started with three of us trying to make something happen to do good on Key
Not
West.
us three, those three. But.
Yeah, myself, Dee Dee Green, and Paul Blatt. And it just started growing and growing. You were there in the very, very beginning with us, the 7 or 8 people that would come out total, sometimes maybe 15.
Wait for the city van to show up. If not, we'd all stand around waiting. Dee Dee would have to go back and get it.
Exactly. But, I mean, to where we're at today, this is the first time you've seen the trailer, you've seen the numbers of people, the buckets, everything. What's your thought?
We got there just before 8, probably 10 of maybe, but the trailer was there, the tables were there, the buckets were all out, everything was set to go. It was awesome. And people were already out running up and down the street with their buckets.
Yeah. And the neat thing about the program is when we initially started doing this, it was 8 o'clock on the dot, maybe, if Dee Dee was there in time.
Yep.
I mean, there were times she was late. But now that we have so many people that are part of this and come out early, I mean, they're out there setting this trailer up at 7 in the morning. And I'm telling you, there are times when I'm riding into wherever we're set up, and I'm passing people that are like half a
block
mile
away,
3/4 of a mile in, and I'm like, holy crap! You just see like a sea of buckets, and and
several people were there today that are vacation plogging. We weren't the only ones.
Yes.
But the most important thing is that the program did take off and it expanded, and there's people that go and pick up cigarette butts and then deliver them on the plogging day.
Yeah.
But they throw away the trash. They don't save the trash all week, just the cigarette butts to show people. And Roberta and you and Jody and Fred and a bunch of people show up. Bethany show up every week and do this and talk to people. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, thanks for what you're doing. There's people I talk to who want to join us. Pointed them out to Plogging the Keys on Facebook. Or if you're not on social media, you can show up Friday mornings or connect with somebody who's on Facebook, find out where the next place is, and come.
We're getting so many advertisements in local magazines down here and papers and stuff. There was a couple last week that I presented coins to, and their story was that was their second time. They were only in Key West for a couple weeks, but he said, I'm sitting there drinking my coffee one morning, and I see this in the local paper plogging on Friday, and he's like, I want to be a part of this. He saw the picture and the write-up and everything on it, so he came out. And then the second week, last week, before you guys got in, they were back out there, and Dorian's like, can we give them a coin? I want to give them a coin. And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. You know, again, people who just saw it in the paper and made a point 2 weeks in a row to come out and be a part. And like the guy, when I presented the coin to the guy, his comment was, this is the neatest thing. And I love coming to Key West, and I want to do my part for Key West.
Right.
And they're an older couple. I mean, they're probably in their 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
That came out and
cool.
want to be a part of that. And I found that's just so cool.
And the money was raised from sponsors, gifts, contributions. It's not tax dollars. It's people getting in the community that care.
Yeah,
And-
well, when we first started, it was money we found on the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a penny here, a dime there,
Saved
a nickel
it,
there,
throw it in the
and we
bucket.
saved this.
Yep.
You know, there were times we found like $5 bills on the ground,
20s, 100s.
$20, 100, you know, on the ground, and all that money, and money out of my own pocket and a few other people's pockets, you know, 20 here, you know, 40
Sure.
there, that went and got our initial set of, we started getting pickers, we started getting more buckets, you know,
Right,
cigarette
right.
bucks, and then we started getting the
vests.
And it was funny because the guy there today that was, you know, going through the trash and putting, you know, everything we brought into him, he said to me a couple weeks ago, he goes, man, I got a better vest for you. You know, you got to have a better vest. And I'm like, no, this is the original vest. And this is the vest that, you know, we worked hard. I go, this is the vest I'm going to wear until it falls off. You know, and he's like, are you sure, man? He goes, you know, these are like brighter. And I'm like, I like what I got. Mm-hmm. And it says Key West Volunteer on the back, plug. And I'm like, no, I want this vest.
I want a vest that says not an inmate.
That's a true story, though. There are times we've had people stop us asking us what we do.
What
Right.
did you do
Oh, yeah.
wrong?
Yeah.
And we're just kinda
Work
like,
release.
It's like, well, you know, you're not supposed to walk down the street with an open container, and this is my second offense. And, you know, we just make up stuff. And
You're
kinda
not
tease them.
supposed to throw your trash on the ground. That's why.
I threw my cigarette butt on the ground, and now I have to do this for a month.
Yeah. So we have
Scare
fun
'em.
with it, but and they look at you like, really? I'm like,
Yep.
What is so frustrating, though, is walking down the street, and when you see... You don't. But when you see people that are at their storefront, and, you know, might not be while we're plogging, but later, they step out of their storefront and they just flick their butt out onto the street. That just... It's tough to not go and grab it and throw it back in their store or go say something to them, but that's confrontational.
well, it's funny. Like today, I
Told
think,
someone before, and she told him to.
yeah, she told me to F off. I was like, I'm just trying to help you, you know?
Right.
It's-
You could get fined.
What I found interesting. So we're at Duval and Olivia, making our way around the corner, heading back to where we were at, and Sweet Harriet comes up to us and said there was a guy on the second floor who was smoking a cigarette, and you can tell that's where his cigarettes go.
He's construction, you said, right?
No.
Oh.
This is a resident
Oh.
that was across the street on this, and I heard a cougher's cough, a
Yeah.
smoker's cough, and I looked over because I'm like, and I, you know, I'm not gonna say anything. This gentleman up there enjoying his cigarettes, and I looked below him, and there's got to be like 50 butts around somebody's vehicle on the ground,
Yeah.
right below him, and I was like, well.
Yeah,
I hope they go clean it up.
it's sad because I know there are places that we've gone to in the past that you know where the person lives because, one, I've seen them come out and smoking their cigarettes, but you know exactly where that cigarette goes. Right there on the street in front of their door. They don't care.
It was a worker one time at a place where they do like rentals for the day and
Yeah.
stuff, and they set up later, but I spent like the whole hour just at that one spot picking up cigarette butts.
Yeah.
Well, remember that guy that used to? I was wondering what happened to him. We used to have a Russian guy I used to come in front of our driveway.
Oh yeah,
And on this corner and just smoke and just throw them down.
Remember that show, My Favorite Martian?
Yes.
He's
You know, his nickname for I nicknamed him was My Favorite Russian.
Oh, yeah.
Because he would come out there, and he would sit and sit and just smoke and just drop them. And I told him one time, I'm like, dude, don't put them on the ground. There's a trash can right here. Put them in there, And he's like, and off he goes, And you're like, seriously, come on, And of course he'd be in the neighbor's bush across the street. I thought Jeff one day was going to kill him because he's like, do you know this guy? And I'm like, yeah, Knucklehead lives on the corner, and he's a nuisance in the neighborhood, But you're right, I have not seen him in a long time.
At least a year and a half.
Nice ice, baby. Nice.
Maybe they recalled him back to the Republic and he's somewhere over there doing something. I don't know, but this guy was a nuisance. He was, I'd see him in the morning. Seriously, I'll go on my morning walk and he's down there at Olivia Street Market, getting his Heineken beer, walking back,
First thing in the morning.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, all right, you're really kind of like irritating me here. So I want to get to some more music. But one of the songs I'm getting ready to play is Tinny Mountain Highway. Tell everybody that's your song.
It's my song.
So tell everybody about Tinny Mountain Highway. Tinny Mountain
Highway. There's some places up in New Hampshire. It's a small and beautiful state. And I ended up making a music video about it. I don't know if you play music videos for the songs, originals.
Well, I did for Condiment Casualty last week.
Yes. So
only because I'm shooting my daughter with mustard there at the end, but
that was fun.
But no, I mean, I like to play the music videos if I get a good one. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to do YouTube because YouTube is such a weird, and you try to go into the song, and it sometimes is a pain in the rear end.
Just go look it up. You can watch it yourself. There you go.
It's on YouTube, right? Tinny Mountain Highway?
It is.
All right. And what's it all about? A highway.
It was
in
based
Tinny
on
Mountain?
a true story. I was heading, it's hard in a nutshell to say, but I was heading up north to visit a cousin in Dorchester, New Hampshire, and I didn't know that I had the flu when I woke up, but it hit me hard and fast. On my directions of the vehicle,
Exit 26.
Exit 26 off 93, but part of that didn't make it into the song is I turned on a dirt road, and there's a beautiful stream coming down and a dog sitting in the middle of the road, and there's a few cabins around, and the dog was just sitting there looking, and I had to keep telling myself which exit to get off, and I started to not feel well really fast, so I just enjoyed the moment, and I'm looking at the dog's looking at me, then looking at the water. He moved, I drove past, stopped, the dog went back to that spot to watch the water. Everything that I talk about in the song, the air, the trees, the water, just enjoying it, and
Did you do anything on the side of the road?
No, just trying to find this cabin in the woods.
I wasn't with her.
Well, she said you didn't feel well. I thought maybe you had to
No, it's just that, but because I didn't feel well, I kept repeating, and I thought that it sounded rhythmical.
Yeah. Okay.
Exit 26 off 93, exit 26 off 93, so that I wouldn't drive by it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I know something new. JoJo Fish is tuned in. Say hi.
Hey, JoJo.
So
How
they're
you
late
both
to the
feeling?
party.
We
so
know
they got away from them.
Well, we're gonna be seeing you in October, November.
Ooh, yeah, we're gonna see them. So I want to get to the song "Tinny Mountain Highway." You got a little bit of music, and we're gonna come back. And it's 8. It's after 8 already. Holy cramoly! So yes, Tinny Mountain Highway, Sweet Harriet. Hope you guys are having fun tonight. Got questions? Let us know, everybody.
Tinny Mountain Highway, Tinny Mountain Road, exit 26 off 93. When you wake up crying and your soul needs a breather, take exit 26 off 93. Go see the polar caves, then follow the winding river over 2,000 feet above the sea. Romney and Dorchester are the foothills you can follow, leading to white mountain scenery. Tinny Mountain Highway, Tinny Mountain Road, exit 26 off 93. When you wake up crying and your soul needs a breather, take exit 26 off 93. Da 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 da. Rocky scrambles sit before you, humble homes abide. People often wave as you go by. The air, the trees, the water, it's alive all around you. Take some in and bring it home with you. Tenny Mountain Highway, Tenny Mountain Road, exit 26 off 93. When you wake up crying and your soul needs a breather, take exit 26 off 93. Exit 26 off 93. Exit 26 off 93.
I sing now to Osiris, rising from the grave. I too was cut to pieces, like the stories say. I had to find my fingers, I had to find my eyes. I hate to disappoint you, I will never die. I've seen a place where the sun can never shine. That gift is mine. I send my thanks to Isis, guard me from Set's knife. Her strong hands wrapped my body, brought me back to life. After flood waters fell back, she called the rising moon. She whispered to the leaves now, until the flowers bloomed. In that place where the sun can never shine, that gift is mine. Beset by jealous lovers seeking out revenge, the cuts upon their hearts now they can never mend. But her sight was like a river reaching out to sea. May she guard the gateway forever, standing in between. In that place where the sun can never shine, that gift is mine.
Hey everybody, join us for Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio every Sunday. Come over and be part of the show. We'll be streaming live on the Cammy's Grammy Live Cam on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and get into the chat and be a part of the show. That's Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio station.
Tired? Hungover? Or just need a boost? Rehydrate, recover, and relax at IV hydration stations in Key West. Whether you're curing a hangover, supercharging your immune system, or enhancing your performance, they've got the perfect IV therapy for you. Choose your vibe. Kick back in their people-watching window seats with a loved one or a friend, or just unwind in serene privacy with soft lighting and lavender eye pillows. IV Hydration Station offers hangover relief and prevention, immune boosts and energy lifts, athletic recovery and beauty enhancers, skinny shots, semaglutide, anti-aging, and so much more. Their emergency-trained nurses will customize your treatment for maximum results. Visit one of their 2 locations in Key West, 328 Simonton Street and 1200 White Street. Call 305-509-0919 to book your appointment or just walk in. IV Hydration Stations. Rehydrate, recover, and relax.
Hey, this is Beth from Nailtini. Do you ever feel like getting your nails and hair done before vacation is a chore? Why not enhance your vacay experience by visiting us at Nailtini, 817 Duval? Our perfect petties will make your feet look fabulous in those flip-flops. Or maybe you want a beautiful blow dry and style for your night on the town. Men's haircuts, facials, and waxing? We do that too. We live up to our name and serve you a martini or a drink of your choice during your service. Now, back to Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio.
B-Man and Michelle's Coast Confessions right here on Tiki Man Radio, coming to you live from the Beechy Shell Studios, Beechy Shell Hideaway right here in Key West. We've got Ray the Roadie. We've got Sweet Harriet, who's over there playing with... Wait a minute. I got to get this. So she took my little...
Scotty's in space.
My koozie. All right.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Hang on a minute. I got to switch cameras here. Where am I? There we go. All right. So she switched the camera. So you all know I got a new koozie this week. Michelle got me. But if you're watching right now, they stuck a picture of Scotty in it. So Scotty in space. Beat me up, everybody. So Scotty's in the spacesuit here. Woo! Floating in space. So that is so cute.
Steve and Kathleen Brown are listening in. Hey, guys.
Steve and Kathleen.
Yes, I was about ready to say that. And, of course, Callie McCool says, and Nailtini promo reminds me, got to wax my butt here before his Mexico trip. Oh, my God, Callie. You know what time it is when you hear that music playing there initially. Let me see. I got this other one here. It wasn't that one, but it was the other one. This day in music, everybody. I didn't do it last week because we had so much going on. And, of course, they said... All right. I got to show this picture. Picture of... There's me in space in a little spacesuit.
Well, my mistake.
Fun at the Beechy Shell Hideaway.
Oh my God! So that's why you need to be on YouTube. You get to see all the shenanigans in real time. What's going on? This day in music, 1968. Working at Abbey Road Studios in London, the Beatles recorded 7 takes of "Everybody's Got Something to Hide Except Me and My Monkey" for their forthcoming White Album. Have you ever heard that song?
No,
I never heard of it.
All right, we're gonna have to get that one out. I don't have it in my setup here, but we're definitely gonna play that for you. 1968. On this day in 1968, Elvis Presley performed at NBC Studios for a program titled "Singer Presents Elvis." The show was aired on NBC in December of that year. The televised concert is commonly referred to as Elvis's 68 comeback special, as it marked Presley's return to live performance after 7 years during which his career was centered on the film industry. The show featured the King performing on a small square stage surrounded by the audience composed primarily of women.
Imagine that.
Presley was outfitted in black leather and performed many of his early hits. I said I want for the money.
We're going to win this race.
Blue suede shoes.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog. 1970, the Jackson 5 started a 2-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with The Love You Save, the group's third number 1 of the year. You know what the one that sticks in my head the most of the Jackson 5? One
Bad Apple, though. That's what I was going. I couldn't remember if that was them or the Osmonds.
Yeah. That's a good question. Did I screw that up?
I think it was the Osmonds.
Was it was it Jackson 5 or the Osmonds, Michelle? All right. Oh, Michelle's over on the casting couch over there. I'll be over shortly, baby. 1970, the newly formed Queen, featuring Freddie Mercury on vocals, guitarist Brian May drummer, Roger Taylor, and Mike Gross on bass, played their first gig at Truro City Hall, Cornwall, England. They were billed as Smile, Brian and Roger's previous band, for whom the booking had been made originally.
Oh,
I think that was
one of them was a dentist.
I think that was. You're right. You're right. Originally, material at this time included the early version of Stone Cold Crazy.
That was the Osmonds.
Was it the Osmonds?
Yeah.
Scheisse.
Darn it. But Jackson 5 was doing a remake of it, so.
Oh, I know which one it was.
Michelle,
ABC.
That's what
There
Michelle
you go.
said. She did. Yeah, ABC first.
71, New York venue Fillmore East was closed down after only 3 years in business. Owned by the legendary concert performer Bill Graham, the club was opened as the companion to the original Fillmore in San Francisco and was succeeded by the Fillmore West, also in San Francisco. Many live albums recorded in this space by the likes of Jimi Hendrix, Frank Zappa, Love, Miles Davis, and others. Let me see here. 87, Whitney Houston became the first woman in history to enter the album chart at number 1 with Whitney. Oh, how original. She also became the first woman to top the charts with 4 consecutive releases when I Want to Dance with Somebody.
I liked her music. I really did.
She's cool. I like it. Let me see here. 88, MCA Records bought Motown Records for $61 million.
Bargain.
That was a bargain, yeah. 1989, and we were just talking about these guys, because we were down at Bobby's Monkey Bar. The B-52s released Comic Thing, their first album following the death of guitarist and band co-founder Ricky Wilson. The album featured 2 of B-52's biggest hits, Roam. That's a good song. Roam around the world. Right, Michelle? She's over on the couch. She don't care. And Love Shack, baby.
That's a fun duet.
And the Love Shack was inspired by a club outside Athens, Georgia. It was an African-American club that had a lot of good shows. It looked like a shack. You wouldn't expect it to be what it was. And when you opened the door, it was a wild band playing the Love Shack video. It won Best Group Video in '90s, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It used to be called the Purple Porpoise. I'm only kidding.
They got a paint
That's
job.
Key West original. 1994, Aerosmith became the first major band to let fans download a full new track free from the internet. Gotta love those guys.
Did not
They're
know
from
that.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Hampshire.
Let me see. 2012. Rihanna is lucky to escape with her life after being among 300 people evacuated from a motel during a fire in an elevator shaft. It takes 10 firefighters to put out the resulting blaze at the Corinthia Hotel in London, where Rihanna was performing at the Hackney weekend concert. I threw that in there because you guys done fire stuff, so I figured that'd be kind of interesting.
Thank you.
Of course, 2012, the chief medical officer of Russia said that the Beatles were to blame for the country's drug problem. Okay, whatever. 2015, Chris Squire, the bass guitarist and co-founder of the 70s British progressive rock band Yes, died at the age of 67 after battling leukemia. He was the only member to appear on each of the 21 studio albums released in 1969 to 2014. 2016, Mac Rice. You should know this guy. The composer who wrote Mustang Sally died in Detroit at the age of 82. Rice originally recorded Mustang Sally himself in 65, but the song was not initially a hit. It became a chart success 2 years later after Rice's former Falcons bandmate, Wilson Pickett, asked if he could record it. And there you have it. 2018, Joe Jackson, the father of manager of the Jacksons, died at the age of 89.
Good run.
That was a good run. Okay, birthdays today. Doc Pomus, co-writer of Save the Last Dance for Me, The Magic Moment, A Teenager in Love, and many more, was born in 1925. Beach Boy Bruce Johnson is 83 today. Joey Covington, drummer of Jefferson Airplane, Hot Tuna, and Jefferson Starship, was born today in 45. Gilson Lavis, we all know him. He's a really cool guy. Drummer of Squeeze is 73. Lisa Germano, I was going to look that up, but I completely forgot. I don't know who the hell Lisa Germano is. 67. Lori Morgan.
We saw her
66. Yeah, we saw her last year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
The country.
Yeah, you
country
guys are.
fest.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
when she played the country thing.
Volunteered,
All the ladies. I think she looked a little older than 66, but that's just me.
There was a couple there like that.
Singer Leah Nash, Sixpence None the Richer, is 49. So there you guys have it today. That is your music history for today.
Very nice.
A lot of good stuff in there.
We learned something.
Let me see. Make sure I haven't missed anything in here. Jojo Fish and Michelle Myers are going back and forth, and Heedy Hotty, Hotty Hotty Ho, and all that good stuff. So I want to get to some more music. We've got Bill and Ann Abbott stuff coming up. We're going to come right back after a little bit of music, have some more things to talk about. But in the meantime, thanks for hanging out with B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions right here on Tiki Man Radio. Jeff Randall, who'll be playing in this year's Tiki Man Radio Songwriter Showcase, the 9th annual. Did we talk about the 9th annual Tiki Man Radio Songwriter Showcase?
How many years has that been going, Brian?
That is 9 years.
Wow.
And Jeff Randall will be performing this year. But his question is, did somebody say rum? And I put that in there because why? Michelle, sitting on the couch over there, should know. Because the second you say, did somebody say rum, she perks up and she's like, count me in!
Maybe I need a little bright sunshine. Maybe I need to leave this all behind. Maybe my ear's been in a shell too long, calling out my name in a beautiful song. Maybe it's my soul needing to get away. Maybe it's been all work and no play. Maybe I've been waiting for some kind of sign, 'cause my heart's ticking on island time. Did someone say rum? I could have sworn I heard it. Rum, 'cause that's a magic word. If you wanna get me out of here, it ain't gonna be with a beer. It's the captain or the kraken that just so happens gets my party started when I want one. Did someone say rum? Did someone say rum? Maybe I'm going out of my damn mind. Maybe I need to cross some latitude lines. Maybe I need just a little taste of salt water splashing on my face. Did someone say rum? I could have sworn I heard it. Rum, 'cause that's the magic word. If you wanna get me out of here, it ain't gonna be with a beer. It's the captain or the kraken that just so happens gets my party started when I want one. Did someone say rum? Did someone say rum?
There's sand in my toes and salt in the air. Now the only question that I got, are we mixing it up or taking some shot? Did someone say rum? I could have sworn I heard it. Rum, 'cause that's the magic word. If you wanna get me out of here, it ain't gonna be with a beer. It's the captain or the kraken that just so happens get my party started when I want one. Did someone say rum? Did someone say rum? I thought I heard rum. Well, it's the captain, it's the kraken. Did someone say rum? I guess I'll make my rounds to the Leeward Lounge and I'll have some rum.
Hey, Ann, what time is it?
It's time for Two Songs to Drink To with Bill and Ann Abbott of the Amateur Adventurers Club.
Only on B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions. Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio station.
Hot sand, listening to my favorite trop rock band on the radio. I love the island vibe, it makes me feel so much alive. It moves me, it grooves me, it wants me, it haunts me, just like a golden kiss of happiness in my soul. Goes down and tiki torch lights up, coolers full of ice cold beer shows up, band starts kicking, music's hopping, everybody's jumping and we're dropping rockin', we're dropping rockin'. The sand. Don't you know that it's a perfect place for us to land? Listening to our favorite trop rock bands on the radio. Yeah, I dig the island vibe. It makes me feel so much alive. It moves me, it grooves me. Yes, it wants me and it haunts me. Yeah, just like a golden kiss of happiness in my soul. Yeah, the sun goes down and the tiki torch lights up, coolers full of ice cold beer shows up, band starts kicking, the music's hopping, now everybody's jumping. Yeah, sun goes down and the tiki torch lights up, coolers full of ice cold beer shows up, band starts kicking, y'all, this is music.
some day drinking. Girl, there's just something about nothing to do. We could turn a happy hour right into 3 or 4 if you want. It'd be a shame if we don't. What you say we do a little day drinking? Tell me, are you thinking, girl, what I'm thinking? We could stay right here and just start working all of us, soaking in the sun. No, we ain't in no rush. So what you say we do a little day drinking? Yeah, some day drinking. Let's go. Come on, raise a cup. Oh yeah, bottoms up. Until the night comes, you and me just day drinking. Tell me, are you thinking, girl, what I'm thinking? We could stay right here and just start working all of us, soaking in the sun. No, we ain't in no rush. So what you say we do a little day drinking? Yeah, yeah, some day drinking. Ain't nothing wrong with a little day drinking. Some day drinking. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All aboard! Hello, everyone. This is Ed the Train Man from Get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man. Join me and the Peace Train conductors every Monday, 5 to 7 p.m. Central Railroad Time, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Railroad Time. And we'll come to you live from the Paradise Way Tiki Bar Studios in Crown Point, Indiana. That's the Lakes of Four Seasons. And our show is about hippies, trains, trop rock, and, of course, our local music scene here in Northwest Indiana. My show is brought to you by JM Real Estate, the commercial real estate of the Florida Space Coast, and Better Call Becky, Better Homes and Gardens right here in Northwest Indiana. So get on the Peace Train, all aboard on Tiki Man Radio.
Mr. Engineer, can you take me far away from
I got an itty bitty Hey Tiki Man Radio fans, this is Emily Randall from Chicagoland, and I love tuning in to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle on Friday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern on the internet at tikimanradio.com or watch live on YouTube at Tiki Man Radio. Reach out if you've got a song request or a confession.
Surrounded by walls, but all I see.
Hey, I want a big shout out to Emily Randall. She is such an awesome musician, and we got a surprise coming in the near future, everybody, with Emily. We got a new song we're working on, and Emily's going to be a part of it. So more details to follow on that when we get the opportunity. Let me put... You get to see my mug. There's Michelle. Wave, Michelle. Everybody can see you. Hello, sweet pea. And then we can see you right there. All right. So, hey, a big shout out to Jim and Penny, who is tuned in tonight. It was fun having dinner with them yesterday over at Geiger Key.
Fishing camp.
Great catching up.
It was. Gosh, I hadn't seen them.
And they had very, very polite young grandsons with them.
Grant and Cole.
Yep, Grant and Cole.
They were good kids.
Yeah, they
She
were.
got the very best key lime pie today from the VFW.
Ooh.
The best in Key West.
Well, you know,
Until you take that key lime walking tour, the key lime pie walking tour.
Yes. I thought I had your info there, Penny, but I didn't. Or I'm terrible with putting stuff on a calendar and putting stuff in my phone.
But there's so much going on.
There is a lot. Well,
easy to.
I don't put stuff on the calendar because I always put it in wrong. And Michelle's like, "Did you put it on the calendar? I don't see it on here." Blah 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 blah. And then I put it in wrong, and she's like, "You did it wrong." So I'm like, "All right, I just don't put it on there."
Weaponized incompetence.
Yeah, that's okay, sweet pea. Call me what you want. But you love me, and that's all that matters.
You act like you can't.
As long
do
as the
stuff, so
check's
you don't
clear.
Have to do stuff.
Look, I do a lot of stuff throughout the day here. You know,
You do a lot of stuff for me.
you can put stuff on the calendar for me and like it.
No. You don't like it when you have to do stuff for me.
Well, don't make me do stuff.
And don't make me do
Super
stuff.
fudge. Anyway, so yeah, Jim and Penny taking the boys to tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I think
Right, Saturday they said.
they're going over to the Key West Cooking School, and that is such a really cool thing to do. And
Wow.
let's give you a big wow on that, and let's give you some applause because that's some really good food over there. There we go. So I hope you have a good time doing that. I know Michelle and I have done it at least 3, if not 4 times.
I'm thinking when we come back this winter, fall, whenever, I get confused with the season because it's warm. But we'll have to plan a night.
And then let's see, Steve Brown. Help me out with Steve Brown here.
Shuffler, Steve and Kathleen.
Steve and Kathleen.
Thank you. You know what? I'm the worst at names, so let me just say this right now. I can put this camera on here. I see your face. I remember you. A name I suck at, so I apologize.
Here, he looks like this.
Public service announcement. So, but anyway, let me get back on my track here. They were talking about Little Day Drinking, good Key West song. Yes, that was a good Key West song, and I appreciate Bill and Ann Abbott for sending that to us. All right, so I had said earlier I was going to look up this. We did This Day in Music History, and one of the individuals on there for the birthday today is Lisa Germano, is 67. Who is Lisa Germano?
American singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist who played violin for John Mellencamp. She's got like 19 albums. She also played with the Indigo Girls and Simple Minds. A lot of talent.
Why did Michelle laugh at me? Why did you laugh at me?
Because I was funny.
Because I didn't hit the closer to 5. No? All right. There's some songs I can't sing or don't want to sing. Let me hear you do it there, Sweet Harriet.
Closer to 5?
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you something about
But the
my
closer to
life.
fine pint. Yeah. Maybe. Closer to 5.
There you go. Michelle got it. So, Jojo Fish says, Ray and Harriet, you are coming back to great weather.
Finally.
Excellent.
I hope
All the windows can be open at night.
I hope it's hotter than hell when I get there.
And it'll encourage me to get my mini split put in.
Yeah. Callie McCool says, tried to convince wife to do a cruise to Key West. She had conditions. Fix stuff around the house. In short, we're not going to Key West. Well, you know what? You're an honest man, my friend. So, he said something earlier, too. Let me see. He said Jeff Randall was the first interview with the students on Surf's Up in the second season, 2021. He does this really cool thing, Surf's Up with Callie McCool out there in California. And he teaches kids how to be DJs and puts them all
very
through.
cool.
It's a really cool thing that he's done.
Radio DJs.
Yeah, I think it's so neat. And he actually, because, I always script out my stuff. All right. So for those who are watching, I always do a script to try and stay on task. All right. Because
Where are you today?
Lord knows. Well,
It keeps you focused. And
let's see.
8:40.
Definitely we're off track, but it helps. It keeps me. So anyway, so he used, and trust me, it's like what I don't get to this week, I circle and I'll add for next week or move things around. But, at least it lets me know the direction we're going. All right. So I don't forget certain things because I need to get videos and talk about. All right. Ray, you're an ass. But anyway, he used this kind of as a format for his kids. He's like, put together a script for the radio like B-Man and Michelle. And I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, that
It
is
does
really
keep you
neat.
focused.
Yeah, I thought it was really neat. So I appreciate that, Callie. And he made a comment further up. He goes, can't believe 2 weeks of summer vacation is gone, 5 weeks left.
Oh.
Dude, I can't
Already
believe.
counting down.
Oh, my God. This summer's going. I you know what? You guys have been here, and then we were in Orlando prior to that. I thought back in May, before we left in May to go to Orlando, I just thought, you know what? there's a lot of weeks ahead of us, and we're just the 2.5 weeks in Orlando flew by.
These 2 weeks here, whatever, are
You guys
flying
being
by.
here, it's
10
just,
weeks till fall starts.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's just getting hot here.
And the day
then.
you arrived was the first day of summer.
Ooh.
It'll be worse in August
February
and September.
20th. Or I'm sorry, June 20th.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we see.
So far, the island is a little bit slower, but not as slow as I thought.
Okay, so Steve Brown says, still waiting for the smoking song. What's the smoking song?
We talked about it last week, and we didn't know.
I don't remember.
Yes, thank you, Michelle. Excellent memory. It was a Howard Livingston
What was the name of
song.
the smoking song? I'll see if
What, the
Smoking
smoke
song.
2
Howard
joints and
Livingston,
smoke
yes.
another 2 joints?
Yeah, but what's the title of it? Is it called the smoking song?
Smoking song is the
I
title.
showed it to you last week.
All right. Wow.
I remember.
You know what? A lot's been going on this week. So if I don't have it during the next song break, I will see if I got it, and if I don't, I will put it in. And Steve, I promise you,
Maybe.
we're not playing July 4th. We're taking that day off because it's a holiday, and you guys are going to be out doing stuff and not listening to the radio show. So there's no point me trying to do a show, and I'm,
Talking to yourself?
Yeah. Self. I am so hot. No, really, I'm sweating over here. But I will get that song. So Captain Cool says, B-Man is my co-teacher. Well, you know what? He says we collaborate. I'm just happy to what you do with those kids, and I'm happy to share any information that this noodle has up here.
Future entertainers.
Yeah, no, Callie does a great job with those kids, and the product that the kids put out is unbelievable. So thank you very much for doing what you do. What else before we get to some more music? Is there something that I'm missing? I feel like I'm forgetting something.
It was getting too hot, so I changed. We're not camping. We're staying, and I bought a new top that I wore tonight. Michelle's and I've been shopping a couple times, and I got that top, and then I changed because I'm going to wear it again tomorrow. And when we go to Nailtini, get our nails done.
Ooh,
and,
Nailtini.
The guys will get their claws done. And I put on the shirt from home, Station 101. Ray can tell you about it, our friend Chip.
Yeah, guy's name is Chip, local guy, opened up an old gas station and does the open doors when it's warm enough. He gets local musicians in. She hasn't played there yet because she's been busy and family, but a really nice guy, and he's trying to make a go of it. So,
well, very cool, very cool. I find it hard to believe you haven't played there yet. So you need to stop with the excuses and get your ass in there and do it.
That's what he said.
Who said that? Ray?
Chip.
Or
Chip and me, and
Or it already, you know what? Whenever I hear the word Chip, it always remember of My Three Sons.
Chip. No, guy's pretty cool, and like I said, it's an old gas station that he's converted into he doesn't brew beer like Tad, but he brings in local brews and stuff.
Well, that's
and
cool. Yeah.
He takes I've helped hang some artwork of the door skin.
You told me about this,
of a half of a Chevelle and different things, and really nice guy. And they have a bike night, they have a car night, and
it's the smallest parking lot in town.
Yeah, but I mean, local guy doing it good. So
tell people how to find it if they go through Milford, New Hampshire.
It's right on the oval. Can't miss it.
Right on the oval.
Which is like kind of a triangle, but like the pizza hole thing, triangle, square, box. No, it's right on the oval in Milford.
Okay.
So, anyways.
Beginning of Elm Street.
So if I Google the oval of Milford, will it come
You'll
up?
see the oval cam.
Yeah, we have an oval cam.
There's an oval cam.
Not Ovaltine.
Not Ovaltine.
Yeah, no, not Ovaltine.
The can is round.
The Ovaltine.
The thing is round.
The Ovaltines are there.
Should it be roundtine?
Occasionally we call them oval tunes, the young kids that hang out.
I knew Michelle was going to pick up on that. Seinfeld.
Oh,
round or oval.
That was what's his name? Kenny something?
Kenny.
He was another comedian.
Jerry.
Stuff is gold. It's gold, man.
Gold.
I didn't watch much of him.
Every Seinfeld episode.
Have you ever seen comedians in cars with coffee? It was a
Blame It on the
Yes,
Margaritas.
that
You
was
know what,
fun.
Steve? Is that the song, the smoking song? I
No.
have Blame It on the Margarita.
It is not.
Okay.
The smoking
he
song is
mentioned
called
Blame It
The
on the Margarita.
Smoking
I know we
Song.
talked about this last, but that was last week. You know what? There's been a lot going on.
notes. Write down.
All right.
Steve Brown, The Smoking Song.
The smoking.
He does not
why
smoke
we go to music. Smoking song.
anymore.
But I do have Blame It on the Margarita, and I play that song. That's one of the songs I have in our thing. So, yeah, I may
Joanne and John, we will try to make a lunch date sometime and meet somewhere, whether it's in the middle or whatever, but we'll get together.
Yeah, we'll have our people call your
Up
people.
in New England.
And we'll schedule a time when we can make all this occur. So, all right, let's get to some more music. In the meantime, I want to see if I can find Blame It on the Margaritas. Actually, I want to see if I can find that.
I think Blame It on the Margaritas was just us acting.
Well, that could be
silly,
too. So, but this next song, The Roosters. Rooster Call is the name of it, and it's Swim Skinny. So I hope you guys are having fun tonight. B-Man Michelle's Coastal Confessions right here on Tiki Man Radio with Sweet Harriet, Ray the Roadie. Michelle's over on the couch, and we're having such a great time.
Give them all a thumbs up.
Thanks for being part of our world on a Friday night.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, everybody. Get those thumbs up.
Sultry Key West. Sitting at the corner of Green Street and Duval. One foot on the ground, can hear the roosters call. Boatload of people pass on by. It's just another day in paradise. In paradise. Lunch in a box down on the docks. Catch some rays. Sun in the sky, only way that I can tell the time of day. Sailboats are sailing, we drank some wine. It's just another day in paradise. Side of the street. And when we ride bikes, yeah, your hands in mine. It's just another day in paradise. Oh, you gonna do when you really don't wanna dance? So what you gonna do when you really don't wanna dance? You're standing by the wall. Get your back up off the wall. Get down on it. Get down on it. Come on, get down on it. Yeah, get down on it. Well, you're a rich girl and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it doesn't matter anyway. You can rely on all that money. You can rely on all that money. It's a bitch girl. You're gone too far, 'cause you know it doesn't matter anyway. Money won't get you too far. Get down on it. Come on, give me some. Come on, sing it with me. Get down on it. Get down on it. Bitch girl, you're going too far, 'cause you know it doesn't matter anyway. Get down on it. Oh, man, money. Get down on it. Oh, man, money. Get down on it. Going too far, 'cause you know it doesn't matter anyway. Money won't get you too far. Get down on it. You better sitting at the corner of Green Street and Duval. One foot on the ground, hear the roosters call. The roosters call. Song for the nation.
It's the title cut off our new CD. She came down from the mainland looking for a quiet holiday. She'd been working way too hard. She wanted to get away. She was more the conservative type, wanted to read her books all alone. The one trip to the tiki bar, she never made it home. Blame it on the margaritas, blame it on the rum, blame it on the moonlight, blame it on the sun, blame it on the ocean. It's so very blue. Blame it on anything, just don't blame it on you. Her boss up north keeps calling, says you've got to get back home. She thought for a minute and then she did. In the ocean went her phone. Now she wakes up every morning, grinning ear to ear, selling seashells on the beach is her new career. Blame it on the margarita, blame it on the rum, blame it on the moonlight, blame it on the sun, blame it on the ocean, it's so very blue. Blame it on anything, just don't blame it on you. Another plane is landing, someone is getting on. Their life's about to change in a way they never thought. They'll sit by the ocean and feel the gentle breeze all day. They'll look in the sky, wave at their plane going by, 'cause they're becoming another castaway. How many castaways do we have? Blame it on the margarita, blame it on the rum, blame it on the moonlight, blame it on the sun, blame it on the ocean, it's so very blue. Blame it on anything, just don't blame it on you. Don't blame it on you. Don't blame it on you.
Hey, this is B-Man, and you're listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle right here on Tiki Man Radio. And coming at you with some brand new music. Enjoy.
Boss said, son, you're gonna come undone if you don't get some R&R. He said, you know I'm right, man, you're a sight. You need to get back in your car. So I drove all day and half the night. Told myself, you know, the boss man was right. Now it's palm trees and a cool ocean breeze and a tiki bar that's on my mind. Beach please, just get away from me. Beach please, just get me to the Florida Keys. Beach please, I need to feel that ocean breeze. Got there on Monday and I booked a room. I was looking for a place to unwind. Walking through the tiki, some girls were acting freaky. They were looking for a tiki good time. A woman walked up and said, are you alone? I really need someone to buy me some drinks. I said, yes, I'm alone. I just got off the road and now I'm face to face with Jar Jar Binks. Beach please, just get away from me. Beach please, just get me to the Florida Keys. Beach please, I need to feel that ocean breeze. She said, I thought you were hot, I'm sorry you're not. Don't know what you're missing right here. I said, think I do, and if it's alright with you, I'd really rather just drink my beer. Well, I got up to leave just as fast as I could, and now this woman's hot on my heels. She was screaming and yelling and calling me names. She didn't know that I was hell on wheels. Beach please, just get away from me. Beach please, where'd I put those damn car keys? Beach please, I need to feel that ocean breeze. Then all of a sudden an angel walked in and I knew that it was all over now. We started laughing at each other, it was clear to see that I was eager for a quick way out. She She was long and lean in a lemon lime bikini and driving me on out of my mind. She was laughing at this woman who was yelling at me, and what she said made me spit red wine. She said, beach please, better stay away from my man. Beach please, you dress like a garbage can. Beach please, you got such a nice ballroom tan. Beach please, go back to the sausage stand. Beach please, where did I put my car keys? Beach please, maybe ask the old barkeep. Beach please, just get away from me. Beach please.
Hi, this is Sissy at Nailtini. Stop by for a mani-pedi at 817 Duval. Now, back to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle.
Coastal Confession with B-Man and Michelle on a Friday night. We're just a little past 9 o'clock. Weather report. Hot. It's freaking hot.
Hot and steamy.
That's all
or
I will
steamy
tell you.
and hot.
It is freaking hot out there, and this is nuts. So, hey, I did play a Howard Livingston song, so I don't have that other song they wanted, the smoking song. I will get that song in there. I had enough people sending me a message going, it's on this album.
He has it written down now, so he'll remember.
And then I was just told, we were supposed to do a live song tonight, and I'm like, you know what? It's like I got a crew here, and they're all like, "Oh yeah."
No, I remembered.
Oh yeah.
I did.
Sweet Harriet.
And how come you didn't tell him to set stuff up?
He was busy.
Well, then we can't do it.
Going on?
Then we can't do it.
No.
Okay, here we go.
So the line you were looking for.
Did you hear that one? Let me do it one more time.
You suck.
God. Yeah, I'm just like, all right.
Okay, Harriet's going to say something.
So to Steve, that line you're talking about in Don't Touch My Willie is the ladies will sing, or I'll sing, we'll keep our hands off your willie, pour us all some more wine. That's it. Very simple.
Okay.
Glad we found that. Good.
Yeah. I'm like, I got Michelle over there. She's like, it's a smoking song. You remember? I'm like,
hey.
I'm about ready to throw something.
Everybody, thumbs up. Give Brian and Michelle, the Coastal Confessions, a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up
You go
online,
to Tiki Man
everybody.
Radio,
Online.
see Coastal Confessions. There's a little like button there. It means a lot for their analytics, content
It is
analysis.
for the analytics for Tiki Man Radio overall, so we
Yes.
appreciate that. That way
And your show.
They know that everybody likes what's going on, and,
Yeah.
and I appreciate all the listeners who are out there. If we don't get your song, let me say this: if you want a song, send me a message. Because I have a million things going on throughout the week. And
Try to make it 2 or 3 days ahead of time,
And I
he will
forget.
get to it.
And if for some reason you do not have their contacts, you can reach out to Sweet Harriet, and she will forward it,
or Ray.
or me,
Or Ray.
and we'll forward it to him, and it gets there.
Yeah. So just let me know. I'm happy to play the songs out there. If it's if it's talking, if it's George Carlin doing the 7 forbidden words.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
doing that. But I'm just saying. But yeah, so let me know. I'm happy to play your song request out there and have a good time with it too. So again.
And Michelle, I really like your dress tonight. It's very pretty.
Thank you.
I love the hairdo. That's cool.
It took me hours to braid that for her. Little tiny braids.
I loathe you.
Oh my God, this has been a fun night, but I honestly am exhausted. I'm ready to shut the show down, call it an evening. I am not getting up early tomorrow. I am out for the count. Michelle, do not wake me up tomorrow.
When do I wake you
No
up?
chance of that, right? Unless,
Do
never
not whisper
mind.
sweet things in my ear, because I'll be like, no, get away, I'm sleeping. So, yes. I want to close the show out. Thank you guys. It's been fun having you guys here.
Thank you for having us.
You are here until Tuesday.
Do you want to know the announcement we were going to say last week that we didn't?
Sure.
Is your friend Stephanie in Germany and you two and a few other people said for the show, do my own show. And I'm thinking about it on YouTube. So Brian
You're talking
spent
about
some
the Tuesday
time.
on the Island sort of show that we do.
The Tuesday on the Island show, but doing a live broadcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think I will try to do it and stumble my way through. But enough of you have been so kind and supportive and helped me get through some of the tricky stuff about Restream and online banter.
Well, I mean, this week we've done a lot of things, okay? And one of those things was to get you set up on Restream that I use for our Tuesday on the Island stuff.
Right.
So we got you all set up, I think, and the other thing we need to do is make some promos with you guys.
Yeah, we'll do that
before you
next
leave
couple
here.
days.
But yeah, I think we've got you set up. I think you're going to do fine. You're going to have a few hiccups along the way. I mean,
our listeners right now, you can make a promo too. You can go to Tiki Man Radio, and there's a website, and there's a way for you to send in a promo. You can say, I like B-Man and Michelle on Coastal Confessions, and they'll play that on this show.
There is the little app. If you go out to the app,
right,
and it'll say the shout-outs thing on the app, and you can. We do a little. I know I've got it here somewhere. Let me. It's in my little thingy here. Hang on. Line up. Let me see. I thought I had it. I've been doing some changing around in here. So anyway, you can go out to the app and you can do shout outs. And there we go. The Jeopardy thing. So and you can do some really cool shout outs and do that for us.
Sure.
Tell us where you're from. Let's go. But you can also, just record one at home and send it to me, and I'll put it on our show. I'll integrate it into our weekly show. And, hey, I'm JoJo Fish. Where are they at? Massachusetts, and we love listening to Tiki
We
Man
listen
Radio.
in on Friday nights.
Yeah, so it's really cool. And
they're in Medford, right?
I'm not. Yeah, they might be. I know how to get there because we've been to their house once, and
but you guys live in Milford.
Milford. Milford.
Is it Milford?
It is Medford, and we're in Milford.
New Hampshire, as Brian says.
You're in Milford.
Milford.
Don't start.
There's a dash between it. MILF-ORD. Milford.
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 That should be a T-shirt.
Milford? Or Medford?
All right. That is something you need to do, Ray. We're going to design it. And come up with T-shirts, and you can buy them down there at the Oval.
At the Oval. at Station 101.
Yep. Or sell it at the firehouse. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
The things we come up with on this show sometimes. That is a good coastal
It's all
confession.
fun. It's all fun.
You guys are from MILF-ORD.
And there might be a couple, 2 or 3 or whatever.
Used to be a big hangout for stone cutters.
Milford?
Yes.
Well, we're a granite state, so we have a ton of quarries in our town. But that's
town
another
is
that's
Granite
another
Town.
time.
Whole other show.
Exactly.
All right.
We showed you a thing on Duval Street that had a liquor dispenser made out of a piece of granite.
You did. But you bought it here, though, didn't you?
We did, and shipped it home.
Say, you bought it here. It's like, hey, this was made in Milford.
I could go in our backyard and get granite and do that, but no, we had to get it down here in Key
And
West.
actually, we walked by that place the other day, and you're like, hey, that's the thing we bought right there in the window.
Yep.
Next to $20 is $20.
You might be a never mind.
It's like, I want the T-shirt or the granite. I'll take the granite.
Yes. We'll bring a piece for you both as another decoration here.
Oh my God. All right, guys. I'm going to close the show out with the Jimmy Buffett Costa Marseille. Thanks for hanging out with us. And don't go anywhere because you know how we close the show out every Friday, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks
and
for hanging out with
we'll
us.
We'll be right back.
Well, as I said, we get to spend about 3 days around here. We'll see you between Santa Cruz and San Francisco. So, inspiration for many years. I take it with me wherever I go, even to the coast of Marseille. I sat there on the coast of Marseille. My thoughts came by like wind through my hand. How good it'd be to feel you again. How good it'd be to feel that way again. Would you be remembering me? I ask that question time and again. The answer came and haunted me so. I did not want to think it again. No, I did not want to think it again. You make it so hard to forget. I haven't stopped loving you yet. You make it so hard to forget. Yes, you do. I haven't stopped loving you yet. When I left the coast of Marseille, I had not done what I'd come to do. I spent all the money I'd saved and still did not get over you. No, I still did not get over you. Merci beaucoup, mes amis. Thank you very much. God bless. Take care. Thank you, Bay Area. Thank you, San Francisco, Santa Cruz, and wherever.
Thanks for everybody who tunes into B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions right here on Tiki Man Radio, coming to you live from the Beechy Shell Studios, Beechy Shell Hideaway in Key West, Florida. Don't forget, no show next Friday. We're taking July 4th off. We appreciate every darn one of you. You got a song you want to hear on the radio, anything, let us know. Send us a message. And as we close the show out every week,
y'all come back now. You hear?
Y'all come back now next week. Again, July 4th, we're off, guys. We'll see you soon. Have a great weekend. Have a great July 4th, everybody. Take care.